still froze. Hey guys, it's Rusty. How are you doing? I hope you are having a splendid, warmer day than we are. It's actually pretty nice out here. Finally above freezing. The past few days it's just been cold. So we're just gonna go around, take care of the animals, check on their water, and then kind of continue with the office build here. Here, horses talking to me. They must be hungry. As you can see, we were not exempt from the little Arctic blast. Right now it seems Texas is frozen, which my prayers definitely go out to them guys. I know how much that sucks. But we're going to just take care of the animals today. I did redneck some stuff up here with the water. Our hose right here goes all the way back to the house there. Of course that froze up, so I've been dragging water out here, and our water tank kept freezing up. So I found a tank heater in the barn, got that hooked up, had to redo the electrical on the barn when it was really cold out here, but I'm glad it's done. Water's at least not frozen anymore. Still have to drag a little bit out there. The hydrant that hooks up to the hose froze up on us, so I was dragging it from the other hydrant, about twice the distance. Always a good time. But I'm going to just put the horses up, let them in, let them eat some hay out there, and feed the chickens and water the chickens. And we'll see if this hydrant still froze up. Just because he's our older horse and he tends to lose weight quicker than we can feed him. But I think it's above freezing right now. I don't want him to get slick. I want him to keep that winter fur on, so I'm going to pull that off real quick and might put it on him later. We'll see how he's doing. Alright, and some of you might wonder what we do a little different here during the winter time, or during these real cold snaps, and we really don't do too terribly much different. We tend to feed the chickens inside, so they don't have to be out in the cold wind chill, but thankfully it's nice so we can feed them. Let's check in here. I know they need water. Oh, they got water. The one thing I do differently with my chickens, other than just feed them inside, I also have a heat lamp in there for them, just when it starts dropping that cold winter. Last night at 8 o'clock it was 8 below, so I want to try to keep them a little warmer. So that's about all we do different. This is the first year I put a tank heater in the horse's water tank. Usually we don't have to do that. I can break it open, but it was froze all the way down to the bottom almost this year, so I found a tank heater in the barn and plugged that in, and it seemed to work pretty well actually. So yeah, I'm gonna go say hi to Cooter real quick. He's outside. He's enjoying the nice warm weather out here. He's been cooped up for a couple days and he really doesn't like that too much. Coop, find it. Ball. Search. Alright, let's see if this water is unfrozen real quick. Nope. Still froze, unfortunately. I think it froze down. Those hydrants have a stem on them and they go down into the ground, and that thing goes down about 4 or 5 feet, and it lets the excess water out, but I left it dripping and I think it froze all the way down there, so it's gonna be a good couple days before that gets unthawed, unfortunately. So it looks like I'll be dragging more water from the other faucet. Now, back in the leather shop. Got that one wall squared. Haven't been out here since. It was just too cold and it wasn't worth putting myself through that misery. But now I'm just going to lay out the studs on this one wall real fast, start the other wall. I won't drag you all through it. I'll probably tag some video of it. Not the whole deal. So that's the other big project for today. And then going to town and maybe getting a faucet for the shower. At least the handle. It's stripped out, so you gotta put a new one of those on. Always seems like there's something to do. I guess we'll start working here. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have a question or thoughts, drop them in the comment box below. I'll definitely read them all and try to respond to them all. I'm not always the best at responding to things, so yeah, let's get back to the framing here. Hey, welcome back. It's Thursday today. Yesterday we got a little bit more snow on my way to the store to get the faucet handle. So unfortunately our faucet handle here hasn't been able to thaw out. It's been cold for the past 2 days. Doesn't matter how cold it gets, you know, the animals always have to have food and water to be taken care of. Gotta love them, but when it gets cold it gets a lot more work, so I'm going to go ahead and start dragging water over there. get this done out of the way, maybe get some more work on the office done. So I'm going to grab my Tupperware that I drag my water in. I don't know how many gallons it is, but alright, one thing to always remember is when it gets cold like this and you have animals, you kind of have to have backup plans to backup plans. Like our hydrant right there quit working, so plan B is the hydrant in the garden, and plan C is I'll use the water in the house, and God forbid the electricity goes out. But plan B would be to go to our neighbors. They have a generator on a tractor, so their pump and their well will keep working, so I can always go get water there. And another tip is, everybody says when it gets real cold to dress in layers, and that's definitely right. My tip is dress in thin layers, so you can always peel off a thin layer, and it's easier to maintain your temperature. You might have more clothes, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make to be able to regulate it so I don't sweat. And that's what you really want, is not to sweat when it's cold out and you still have to work outside. You want to maintain that dryness. So the more thin layers I wear, the easier I can control that. And another thing you can do is, when you're inside in your house, always keep your water dripping a little bit when it's below freezing, and that'll keep those pipes from freezing up on you quite so bad. Usually it works unless it gets really, really cold. But you know, after a while living in cold temperatures and the way the weather's been, it seems like these colder storms are pushing south a little bit more and more every year and staying a little bit longer, so you'll get used to it. As for the no electricity thing, the best thing you could do is probably get a generator. It's just going to be the easiest thing. There's a lot of little tips and tricks everybody's sharing out there, so definitely listen to them. But always look at also having a backup heat source, like a wood stove or something that doesn't run on electricity. We're on propane, so we're fortunate we can always cook. But if the electricity goes out and the well pump shuts off, we lose water, so you got to account for that, and we store some water just in case that does happen. But yeah, gotta get back to work here, working on the wall. If you found this entertaining, like and subscribe, share, do something, help me out. I'm just a poor leather worker trying to make it work, and I'm going to be doing a lot more leather videos. But I need to get this office built, so I started doing the vlog to kind of fill the space in. So I do hope you guys enjoy it.